Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another speed build. So today I am back building another family home, and today I am building a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom house here in the countryside of Windenburg. I really wanted to build something kind of like cozy and nestled in the woods, and yeah, I thought about building a few different things like a cabin in like Granite Falls or something, but then I thought it'd be nice just to build a nice cozy home here in the countryside. So that's what I did. I hope you guys will like this build. I originally was trying to do this like orangey wood color scheme, which I think is okay. I really wasn't liking it for this build, but maybe if I would have went for the Granite Falls idea, I could have made it work a little bit better because it would have felt more like a cabin. This, I don't know, it wasn't working for me, so I do switch up the colors here in just a little while. As you guys can probably tell from the thumbnail, it doesn't really look like this too much, but yeah, it's a single-story home, and I feel like those are really nice to build and play into. Like, actually, I don't know if I prefer 2-story homes over 1-story homes to build. Actually, I might prefer 2-story because I feel like they're easier to take pictures of for the thumbnails. Sometimes taking pictures of 1-story homes, they look so kind of like flat, and sometimes you have to, I don't know. I just struggle with them sometimes. It's not really that interesting to explain, but I really enjoyed building this one. And yeah, like I said, I do think playing in 1-story homes is really nice because then you're not going up and down. Although this does have an attic space, so you will probably want to go up every once in a while because I did put the computer up there. There's also like a little reading nook, and then there's also a place to do some artwork. So it's like a little painter's loft, attic space, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I really like the way it turned out. I also thought about making a play area there, but after I did the kids' rooms, I was like, they honestly have quite a bit of activities in their rooms, and then outside there's a swing set and a slide, so I didn't think they really needed a playroom too. You could also turn it into another bedroom. I think that would be pretty cool, especially if you had like a teenager. I feel like that's like one of the dream bedrooms to have when you're a teenager, is to go have like an attic bedroom. At least for me, I always thought it'd be really cool. One of my very best friends growing up, she didn't have an attic bedroom, but her sister did. And it was always really cool. It wasn't really an attic. It was more like their second floor. It had a regular staircase up to it, but it felt like an attic because it was like, you know, it had like the slanted walls and like, it just felt attic-y, I guess. But either way, really cool. I was always jealous of that bedroom. Of course, we don't really have the slanted walls here in game. Some people do some tricks with the roofs, like turning those into rooms, and you can kind of give that slanted wall effect, but I think it usually ends up having outdoor lighting, which is very unfortunate because if you guys are familiar, outdoor lighting on indoor spaces in The Sims looks so weird, unless it's at nighttime, but in the daytime, it just like has like this kind of bluish tint to it or something. I don't know. Either way, I'm just rambling now. Here you can see I'm working on the floor plan. It took me a little while to get this put together, but once I kind of got the bedroom sorted, it came together pretty quickly. But like I said, there are 3 bedrooms. There is the master bedroom, a toddler's bedroom, and then there's a child's bedroom. And then there's 3 bathrooms, so the parents do have an ensuite. There's a hallway bathroom. And then there's also a half bath over by the kitchen. And that's part of the laundry room. I actually just split the room into 2, so you have to walk through the laundry room to get to the half bath. It's probably not the most practical thing, or maybe even the most realistic. I'm not exactly sure, but I had the space for it. So that's what I went with. You could, of course, just make the laundry room a little bit bigger in case you, I don't know, have a lot of laundry to do, or you really enjoy laundry in The Sims, or of course you could just turn the room into something else. But either way, we'll see that here in just a little while. Right now I'm just placing some roofs on this back space of the build because I did extend the house just slightly to make room for another bedroom, and then also a little bit more space for the kitchen, because I think otherwise the living room would have been a bit too small, and then I wouldn't have had space for the other bedroom. So yeah, it actually helped with the floor plan a lot, so I'm really happy I didn't finish the exterior the way I had it and do all the landscaping and then try to do the floor plan. I've done that a number of times. Like, I'm sure if you guys have watched my channel for a while, you've seen me struggle with that sometimes, and I'm always so mad at myself and try to remind myself, don't finish the landscaping before you know what the floor plan looks like, just in case you have to do anything like extend part of the house like I did here. So yeah, definitely very happy that I did that. But here you can see I am working on the landscaping. Of course, I'm using I think all live edit object plants, I can't help it. Ever since we got access to these plants, they're just so much better than the regular build and buy plants that we have. The textures are better, the color. They do have some harsh shadows on them sometimes, and if you have them too close to the edge of the lot, sometimes you can see where the lot like ends and meets like the rest of the world. So that's a bit frustrating and not ideal, so I try to avoid it when I can, but honestly for me to have like prettier landscaping, it's kind of worth it. So hopefully it doesn't bother you guys too much. But anyways, here you can see I'm just adding some decorations. I finally got a chance to use this really cool, I'm not sure what to call it. It's like a potting bench. Yeah, you would call it a potting bench, I think. And I placed it here by the back door. It probably looks out of place, but I really just wanted to use it. We got it with Eco Lifestyle, and I've wanted to use it. It's probably one of my favorite objects that came in that pack, but I just haven't got like a great opportunity to use it in any of the builds, just because the builds don't really suit kind of like the rustic, homey style of that bench. And I just love it because it's messy and it has the lights and like the rustic wood. It's beautiful. It's like the exact type of decorations I really want to see in game. And even this build doesn't quite suit the style of it. I mean, I end up going with the white swatch, which it makes it blend in a little bit better, but I really just wanted to use it. So I think it looks okay. It's not the best place to put it though. I really wish I had like a garden shed or like, I don't know, like a greenhouse or something. I definitely need to do like another garden lover's home or something. This one kind of is. I did place quite a few gardening things around, but it's not like a true garden lover's build. I really want to do another one that's like super rustic and then use that potting bench. It would be so, I can like picture it, kind of. I don't know exactly what I would build, but I can kind of picture it. But anyways, here I'm just finishing up the exterior decorations. Here on this back porch, like I said, I do have that potting bench, and then I do an outdoor dining table, and the trash cans back here, and then I do like a few extra potting plants just because I really didn't know what to place on the left side of the potting bench. I thought about using the flower arranging table from Seasons just because it's a functioning item, but it just felt too cluttered and not really that necessary. So yeah, just placed some extra pots just to kind of fill in the space. And then on the front porch, I do place a chess table and then a seating area. I use this bench that came with cats and dogs because I felt like the color was really nice and I like the style of it. So I placed it there with a table next to it with this really adorable tray that came from Tiny Living. I'm pretty sure I have overused that object ever since we got it. I just really like that it has the candles and the books and the plant, and it just looks like such a nice decoration. Like I really want that for my coffee table in my own house. But anyways, here you can see I have the attic space. I'm just extending it. At first, I really wasn't sure if I was going to be able to extend it. I thought that it would probably poke out a little bit on the, or like through the roof. And so I thought it would look strange, but thankfully it didn't. The only problem though, is I didn't have a great place to put the ladder. It's in the living room and entryway, which is really not the best place to have it. At least I don't think. I really wanted it to be more tucked away and hidden in like a hallway, or if I could put a little room around it. I mean, I could have put a little room around it where it is right now, but I think it just would have took up too much space in the living room, especially the way I end up putting the furniture and stuff. So I don't think it really would have worked for like the flow of things, and it would have just made it a bit too crowded. So I left it with just like the exposed ladder in the living room. It doesn't look too bad though. It's not super out of place. It's just not like the exact way I would want it to be. But I don't know, we can pretend, even though it's not gonna happen, we can pretend that the ladder actually folds up into the ceiling like a normal attic space probably would do. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still happy that we have ladders though, because it does make doing attic spaces so much easier. Like honestly, doing this attic space really wouldn't be possible with the normal staircase system in game, because they take up so much space. In a house like this, I really wouldn't have room to place like a whole staircase in the middle of the house. And even if I found a place to put the staircase, it would have took up like half the attic with just like the amount of squares like the stairs actually take up on the second floor too. So yeah, it actually worked out really nicely. But either way, here you can see I am decorating the living room. I went for like this minty green color scheme. I'm using a lot of stuff from the new pack, which is Eco Lifestyle. I keep messing up the name. At least in my head, it takes me a while to like get the words out because I keep wanting to call it the wrong name. But either way, I'm using a lot of stuff from that pack just because, well, it's brand new, and so it's still really exciting to use the new items. And I just really like the style and stuff too, and I thought the colors worked nicely and matched the front door really well too, so I thought that was kind of cute to tie in the front door to the color scheme of the interior. But over here you can see is going to be the kitchen. There's a pretty good sized kitchen because I extended it, so I was able to have a lot of counter space, and then a big island, put some bar stools around the island too, and then just like random decorations. Of course there's going to be like clutter on the counter. There's a stove and a refrigerator and a sink like there is in pretty much every kitchen. But I also get like a microwave and a teapot and a few things like that. And I also use this really pretty shelf that we got from the Eco Lifestyle pack that I end up placing along this like empty wall here in the kitchen, and I thought that just looked really pretty. So I don't know, I'm really happy with the way the kitchen like came together, and I used a combination between the Cool Kitchen counters, and those are on the bottom, and then the cabinets are from Jungle Adventure, but I thought the browns were like pretty similar. The only things that kind of bother me about using them in combination is the handles don't match, but I didn't want to use the overhead cabinets from the Cool Kitchen pack, and I didn't want to use the lower counters from Jungle Adventure, so I just, paired them together, and I think it actually worked really nicely. So anyways, here you can see I'm just adding a bit of clutter around. I do add some treats for some pets on the counter, so I do end up placing a food bowl, but there's no litter box or anything for cats, so I was thinking they had a dog, but of course you could probably easily add a litter box somewhere in like the laundry room or in this small bathroom or something, and you could totally have a cat too. It's probably not a big deal. But anyways, over here is going to be that half bath that I was talking about. So as you can see, you do have to walk through one room to get to it. So it's not perfect, but yeah, I had the space for it, so you might as well have another bathroom. It doesn't hurt. It's always better probably to have more bathrooms than less in the Sims. Sometimes I get talking about bathrooms and I'm like, this is the most ridiculous thing to talk about. But you know what? It's part of the game, so I guess it's necessary. But over here is going to be the laundry room. So there's a washer and dryer in here, a few decorations. It's pretty empty. I mean, it's not empty. There is decorations, but I didn't like try to overly clutter it up or overly decorate it. But I think it looks nice, and I think it matches the rest of the house. And then over here is going to be the dining room. So they have a pretty good size dining space. And then here I'm just trying to find a place to put the high chair because I kind of forgot when I was decorating the kitchen. So I just placed it in here next to the dining table. You could of course snap it to the dining table if you prefer that, but I prefer to have the high chair separate from the table and just have regular chairs at the table. So that's what I did. But in here I just get a few decorations. I get a bookcase and some china cabinets. And then I love those jar decorations that I used on the table. They're again from the Eco Lifestyle pack. I use so many things. The chairs are also from that pack too. The table's not though. I think the table's from Cats and Dogs, but that jar decoration with the plants coming out of it is such a pretty item. Like there's so many things in that pack that I just can see myself using in like almost every single build. So I'm just loving them. But anyways, over here, I'm just picking out some curtains and wallpaper for this bedroom. This is going to be the kids' room, and I love this kids' room so much. It's like has this like space theme to it, and I use this canopy bed. I also end up using the canopy toddler bed that came from the I keep want to call it Tiny Living, the Eco Lifestyle pack. I use that in the toddler's room, and it's adorable. I'm absolutely obsessed. But I really like this bed too. It came from Seasons, and it kind of reminds me like of a space theme because the sheer curtains around it kind of look like stars in a way, and like the blues just make me think of space. So I just went for this whole space theme, and I was thinking this kid really wants to be an astronaut, and they really dream someday of getting a regular sized telescope that they can look at the stars because they don't have any space for the giant telescope because it's ridiculous. I really want a regular sized telescope that we can just place in backyards and on balconies and porches, and it would be so cute. It would be really, really cute if they could actually look through their windows, like have an open window and look at the stars that way, but I don't think that'll happen. But I will be very happy if we just have a telescope that is a normal size. Like, please, is that ever gonna happen? But either way, there I did just finish the bedroom. It does have a few different activities. There's a dollhouse in there, and then also a desk so the kid can sit and do their homework or write in a journal or whatever they would like to do. But I really like that room. I think it's very adorable. This bathroom is going to be the hallway bathroom, so this is the one that the toddler and the child shares. I do end up placing a toddler potty in here. I am not sure if it works. You'll see when I go to decorate the toddler's room where I place it. Yeah, it's not the best placement. It would probably fit better in the half bath over by the laundry room. But I just thought it'd be kind of weird to take the toddler all the way over to the other side of the house to train them to use the potty. Maybe that's just me and being weird about, I don't know, thinking how it would work or something. But hopefully it'll work though. I think there still might be plenty of space. Hopefully it works. But either way, here you can see I'm decorating the parents' bedroom. I really like the parents' bedroom. It's pretty simply decorated considering there's not like a whole lot of like artwork on the walls. I mean, there's a few things, but I did leave some of the wall bare. Like mostly what I'm talking about though is the wall behind the back of the bed. Sometimes when I do master bedrooms that have a big gap on the ends of the bed on the other side of like the end tables, it feels a bit empty to me, but this time I decided to leave it alone and tried to not overly clutter it up just because I didn't really think it suited the style of this build. Like I feel like it's kind of like a modernized cottage in a way, and I feel like anytime homes are just like a little bit more modern, they kind of benefit, I think, from having less decoration. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I was just being lazy. I don't know, but I do think it looks really nice. And there's our ensuite bathroom I quickly decorated. And then over here is going to be the toddler's room. So I'm using this canopy bed like I talked about. It's so cute. It's like the most adorable thing that we have in game. It's just so cute. And it looks like custom content, which I think is actually really cool. And it makes me excited for like future items in the game. And it's really nice to see how far the Simses came along from like the first items that came in like the base game compared to the stuff that we're getting now in packs and like updates to base game. It's like a huge difference. So it's really cool to see. But anyways, here you can see I'm just adding, of course, decorations to the toddler's room. They have a little seating area over here. I did put 2 bare chairs, even though there's not 2 toddlers, just because, I don't know, it's cuter this way. And then there is a bookcase, and then of course I get a dresser in here. I also get a few toddler related items like the building blocks. I place them on the floor, and then also there's a tablet and then a toy box too. So there's a few different activities, and of course there's more like just decorations. I do end up switching out the dresser that I have right now for a different one. Oh, but there you did see I placed a toddler potty. So I did move the toilet over slightly and then put the toddler potty next to it. I'm really hoping that nothing's blocked. I will test the shower and the toilet to make sure they work. So if they work, then hopefully the toddler potty will too. But if it doesn't, like I said, I think the other bathroom on the other side of the house should have plenty of space. Or the laundry room too, or you could place it in the toddler's room, but I don't know. I always try to avoid that whenever possible because I think it's kind of gross. But either way, here I'm just placing the height chart that came with my first pet stuff. And then now I'm just finding some artwork to place on this wall, which was kind of tricky, but I think I made it work. And then that's it for the whole first floor of the house. And then up here is the attic space. So in here, like I mentioned, there is a little reading corner. I get this walk-in closet because, well, I had the space for it, and so I figured why not have the extra storage. And then there is the computer space, and then also a little artist corner or artist nook, whatever you want to call it. I get a couple of easels over here and some canvases and some beautiful artwork that we got from the base game update, and then of course from the eco lifestyle pack. And then yeah, this is basically it though for the build. Over here I do place the decorations for the reading nook, like a chair and some books, and then I do place a few pieces of artwork on the wall, and then this is it for the build. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this one, and I hope you guys do enjoy the screenshot. So thank you so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions that you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!
Away in the night, well, sometimes it just feels right, possessed by the moonlight. Well, sometimes you let it in, sometimes you'll get it. Don't wait for the sun, don't wait for the sun. Baby, don't leave me, just dance and believe it. miss you.